is it from the nearest police department? What do the schools look like in the area? Is it close to an
Oh,
attraction? And so we do
okay.
that
So you're
legwork.
pulling so you're pulling all that data from public resources, right? Just appraisal districts, government office, whatever. So you're
Yes,
pulling all
ma'am.
that data. Okay, that's wonderful. My God, that is such a big time saver, because I do honestly when I do real estate when I'm working with buyers. I'm mainly a listing agent, but I don't turn any business away. And
Hmm.
if I'm working with a buyer and schools are important to them, say it's a young family, and schools are important to them, then I have to do the legwork and say, hey, we're based on criteria for good schools. This district, this area of the school district has an A+ rating from the Texas Education Board. And so I do all that manually.
Hmm. That's wow. All right. Well, let me introduce you to technology. Uh, so
It just occurred to me that maybe you could offer this service to just realtors who, because I know that as a realtor, I do that for my clients.
Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that we have a. Oh, yeah. You'll like this. So, uh, it does that. We also, as we're talking to someone, if they want too much for their property, and we say, okay, well, that's a little bit too much for us, we convert it into a regular listing. So now the cool thing about that is, no matter where the property is, we can find a partnering brokerage, and where you're licensed at, you can work out some type of fees on the HUD one, but we kind of stay off of that and we just produce it as a service for the broker. So instead of it coming out of out of the transaction exactly, it comes out of just a service fee that the broker pays to us. And so we'll hand that listing over, and once that listing closes and converts into a sale, and it gets the full disposition process happens. At that point, we have an assigned fee to the broker for that information that we gave them.
Oh, that's amazing. Shoot. Can I be your representative in Texas? I'm not a broker. I'm just I'm a real estate agent. And I've been one for quite a while, to be honest with you, but I've only ever done it part time. I got my license back in 2008, and
Okay,
I've kept it
congrats.
active ever since. Oh, and over the years, I've closed on a few deals,
Mhm.
probably 50 deals in 10 years, 2000,
Mhm.
no, 50 years. Probably about 50 deals. Like I've only ever done it part time, but I had um, an accident at work, which put me on medical leave,
Oh.
and so I'm still an employee with American, but
Mhm.
I honestly work minimum, you call barely minimum, just so I don't lose my flight benefit. So
Mm.
I have some time to dedicate to this. In fact, I was telling my husband, you know what, hon, God, I just want to resign. No, don't resign. I don't. We're gonna, we're gonna go to Cancun in April.
What, how do
So
you feel
yeah,
about having to go through and as far, especially as an agent,
yeah,
and I used to own a brokerage myself, and I had 25 agents in my brokerage. And
yeah.
what I would just want to find out, like, what would frustrate you? How do you feel about having to go out and find listings and going through that process? And how does that make you feel when you go through that process?
By far, the biggest challenge of a listing agent is getting leads. The lead generation. If you don't lead generate, you don't have a business.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I've tried, and believe me, over the years, I have tried every lead generation quote service, and it's all crap. They don't. It really
Yeah.
is. they send you, I'll give you an example. There's this and I also got this through Facebook. I got to stop getting on Facebook so much. There was this one guy, I forget his name, but he has a company called HouseJet, and they
Okay.
promise you the world that they bring you all these leads. Most of them are buyer leads.
Okay.
I come to find out, and that was an expensive service that I paid for. It was $2,500 for a year. And
Mm,
what they do is they set up a website for you. They
mm,
give you training videos to look at, stuff that I already knew because I'd
mhm,
already been doing this for a while. But I wanted to ramp up my business a little bit. I wanted to
mhm.
get more activity, so that's why I went ahead and I paid for it. I come to learn through experience that really all they do is they're just forwarding you all the Facebook leads. I was getting Facebook leads on my own. I didn't need to pay
Wow.
$2,500 for it. And when I
Oh,
complained to them, they were very technical. Well, you signed this contract. I ended up losing those $2,500. So I don't really pay for leads anymore. So what I do now is I pay for the data. I pay for my it's called My Plus Leads, and for a while I was using another company called Vulcan 7.
mhm,
And what they do is they will provide all the data for expired leads,
mhm.
leads, houses that didn't sell for one reason or another, expired they do for sale by owners, for rent by owners. So they give you all this data so that then you can go out and call them and talk to them. And that's the way I get my listings.
Okay. How would you feel if you had a uh more than just like here goes a lead, but here I have this person here, and this is the property, this is all the information for the property. They want to list their home, and this is the value, and so they're really close to that.
Mhm.
But I think this would be a good listing for you. Are you interested? How would it make you feel if you had someone just come up to you and say that?
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. Over the years, I found out that lead generation services where you're paying for the leads is really not worth it.
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. A few years ago, I was paying for another service called True Leads, and they were a little better than HouseJet because what True Leads does is they will talk to the actual homeowners who are
Hmm.
thinking about selling their homes
Okay.
without before they actually list them. So it's called predictive technology, is I think what they call it.
Okay.
But what happens is they have representatives calling these people saying, "Hey, we're calling on behalf of Marta Mayorga. She
Okay.
and we understand that you may be thinking about listing your home within the next 6 to 12 months."
Hmm.
Uh, so they kind of give them a spiel on my behalf, and then they'll send me the lead. And then I call them. Half of them say, "I don't remember talking to anyone,"
Mm.
or
Mm.
"Don't call me again. I didn't talk to anyone." It's like, what the
Hmm.
heck? You're charging me
Mm.
on a per lead thing, and this person is saying they're not they're not going to sell. So
Mm.
even them, so it is true that they're kind of vetting these people because they are talking to
Yes.
them,
Yes.
but they're not doing a very good job. And they sent me the transcript of what the agent actually says to the
Hmm.
homeowner,
Hmm.
and it's a short one-page script where they just
Mm.
ask a few questions, and then they charge you $90 per lead.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
half of and they told me, some of these are going to drop off. You're not going to be able to close on them. I said, I know it's a statistics number, but I don't like. So I stopped using them because I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go back to the expired listings. I get more closings doing it my way. So
Mm. Okay.
I stopped using them there because they're not vetting them correctly. If you're
Mm.
gonna provide a true lead, I'll be honest with you. If I got a true lead, someone that says I'm ready to sell, even if it's not right now, but I'm committed, I'll sell in 3 months, in 6 months, even in a year. I would be willing to give you half my commission because I know I'm going to get that lead.
Hmm.
if you're telling me it's a true lead and half of them tell you, well, no, I know I didn't say that. Oh, the lady, so they're
Yes.
not really vetting them. If you're going to provide leads, then vet them correctly. Make
Okay.
sure that they're really on the table and they really want to sell, even if it's not right this moment,
Hmm.
but they have some life-changing activity event in their life that is going to make them sell. They either have a job change or their husband got sick or they're empty nesters and they need to downsize or they miss they miss their children too much and they moved out of state and they want to move to the state where their children are at or they want to
Yes.
be closer to their grandchildren. True motivating factors.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
yeah, like, oh God, no, man, if I sell it, fine, and if I don't, fine. That's not a motivated seller. Don't waste my time.
We have we cover that in our technology, and we also do the thing with we work with other brokerages, and so that alone is, if you had to quantify the value on that, how would you how would you, if I said, okay, well, how much would that be value? How much would you value to have those things?
Well, that's gold. I mean, that's gold. That's truly valuable
Mhm.
because as a listing agent, when I talk to people, one of the things that I have to discover in my conversations with them is their motivation.
Mhm.
Why are you needing to move? Why do you want to sell your home? Because if you don't do that, if you don't find out what their pain points are, I call them pain
Yes.
points. If you don't
Yeah,
find
definitely.
out, if you don't find out what their pain points are, you're wasting time because if you set up a listing presentation, they'll
Huh.
cancel on you. Like, they're just being nice to get you off the phone. Uh,
So as
so
a, I'm sorry,
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
as a new land investor and as a experienced agent, uh, do you and you see the value in that? Uh, what we do is we bring you on the team and we continue your training. We want you to continue training. We always want to continue training, right? As a matter of
Mhm.
fact, what we have here, if you're looking at your screen, uh, down here in training, this is just for the team, right? This is for like a team member. You go through training, right? This is we'll talk about this. This is just earnings and stuff. But you have training courses that as you go through, say I'm going to learn about the how we operate. You'll have an AI begin the instruction with you, and it's almost like a role play. So you're role playing with this AI, and it will walk you through until make sure that you understand the concepts. And when it does, it'll pass you on to the next lesson.
Okay.
And this is so that you become familiar with the system
Hmm.
and you put what you're learning from Joe and from all these other places, even from us, and you put it to practical application. First by AI, and this is a safe environment, and
Yeah.
then we slowly put you out into the real environment with real people that have real properties. All right.
Okay.
But you also have an integrated training in which we have a training and help center, right?
Yeah.
All of the things that you're learning from Joe, everything that you can possibly learn from me, I dumped into this. And
Okay.
this all you get. You just I want you to have it. The more knowledgeable you are, the better we all are, right?
Oh, of course. The more knowledgeable you are, the better negotiator you can become. And it also helps in being a better community because you have that knowledge to be able to share it and express it with
Mhm.
a potential buyer or seller.
Do you think there's a lot of benefit in having an integrated training and help center?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. So we have this for you. Now, when you log in, it takes you to this dashboard, and this is where it's think of it as like the center of everything, a one page where you don't have to find things, but you can see everything from here. Your
Okay.
calendar, your task, and then we'll go over all of these cool stuff that which I think is awesome. These are all just features that are added in.
So
And so
is this a CRM that I'm looking at?
this is a advanced CRM. It's a
Okay.
CRM for specifically deal management. So it takes you through the acquisition and disposition processes, right?
Okay.
And it integrates all of the information that we're pulling in. So if you're talking to a lead, when you first get introduced to them,
Yeah.
it's good to have the context of the situation of the conversation that the AI had before.
Okay.
So our AIs look at the conversation, take notes on that conversation, and pulls out information from that conversation that would assist you in talking to them, uh, which is super, super cool. And I'll show you that too. That's I know AI talks to these people, but we have a way of turning that off and introducing you into the person. And you can then type from here to the person to have a full-blown conversation. Right?
Okay.
Really cool stuff. So,
It sounds
uh,
well. It sounds cool. So far I'm still interested.
I'm glad you're still interested. I'm glad you're still interested. I am honestly here to help people that are in your position and that have gone through these different things that we've seen, the
Mhm.
cold leads that don't work out for you, the overpriced systems that produce nothing sometimes, but you end up spending money for it anyway. For
Mhm.
marketing, we take care of all of that for you, and you
Okay.
have the support of everyone in the team, not just you. We're all rooting for you, right?
Okay.
Uh, and it saves you time with the because when you talk to a one of our leads, they want an offer. The AI has already negotiated an offer. All you're doing is just confirming that offer and following up with the person, and then we start the due diligence process as a team to make sure that that property fits what you're trying to accomplish. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Awesome.
technology is introduced.
So, I mean, so far it sounds it sounds effective.
Yes.
Um, and it sounds streamlined is the word I was looking for.
Okay.
From it sounds streamlined, and it sounds like it's you know just from being a realtor and knowing what it takes to lead generate and actually get people that are on board that actually want to sell.
Mhm.
Sounds easy in comparison.
Here, I can't because we're recording this. I can't take show you live leads because and then personal information's on there.
Yeah.
But I'll go to one of these. This is what you'll get if you get a lead assigned to you. It would pop up in your My Property Leads,
Uh-huh.
and you would just click on it. And when you click on it, it goes into that lead detail, and the lead detail has all of the communication,
Hmm.
right? So you see the history, you can read that and follow up on it before you start talking to someone.
Okay, so
Uh,
this communication that I'm looking at, is this the AI or is this an actual agent?
uh, Glad you asked. This is actually an AI here. The AI made this statement, and you'll see it says Agent AI. But then what I could do is I turn on Human Agent Active. When I say Human Agent Active, uh, it's not going to auto reply back.
Okay.
So this is my telephone number here. So if I click down here and say, hey, hi, uh,
Mhm.
and I send it out, I get a text on my phone. Now, if I reply, it will go back into the system and pop in here, right? Now you have that. You also have the context of the conversation. You remember I told you it pulls information out?
Yes.
as you're talking to your potential land seller,
Hmm.
it and they say, "Oh, by the way, uh, my I like to go. My real name is Philip. It's not Phil." It
Hmm.
will update the information on the lead as you're having the conversation, whether that's automatic or whether you're having it manually. It'll analyze all the conversations.
Okay.
Right? So now you don't have to take out notes and try to type this information into a CRM while you're having a live conversation. It pulls it in for you.
Well, a question for you. Does the system have the capability? Is there a dialer that you can use within the system to speak to a lead?
So the dialer portion is that's kind of a next phase for us.
Okay.
Uh, I wanted to make sure that I have this part of the process kind of down to a science first before I go into adding the dialer in because I wanted to make it effective, but
Yeah.
also cost effective for everyone using it as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
Good question though. Uh, Here you can start you can add staff notes, but you can put on this is our due diligence timer. So depending on what the negotiation ends up out, and you say the offer included a instead of a 2 week due diligence period, it needed to be 10 days. You can set the due diligence timer here, start it, and it'll keep a timer on and set up a task for you. So it's set up on a reminder for you. You'll see it on your calendar here, but you'll also see it on the calendar that's synced with you can sync it with your personal calendar. So you're always on top of uh, anything that's happening with the deal.
So
Close
could you
dates.
could you get like text messages to your mobile saying, "Hey, on this on these due diligence tasks that you should be performing."
Yes, you get all of that. And you can set that up in your profile
Hmm.
and allow those notifications. It's in the notification settings in here.
Okay.
When we engage the lead and you get it may be hot, maybe warm, you'll see it up here. You can go to these quick actions right here. So quick step one creates a deal. So I was like, okay, well, they obviously want the offer. We see they want an offer.
Hmm.
Uh, let's go ahead and create a deal. When you create the deal, it creates a deal in the back end that's associated to the contact, right?
Okay.
And then step two, you run an AI deal analysis. And that looks at when I told you it takes a whole nother layer and it goes deeper into what this property can be and what its real value is.
Uh-huh.
The AI analyzes all the information and brings it back into here so you can view it.
Okay, so does it do the AI analyzer? Does it do things like what? Hold on, I took some notes earlier before. This is from Joe's training actually.
Okay.
Um, does it do things like pop stream or prop wire or price, where it searches for the land based on some data filters that you give it, and like size of the property, when was the last sold date, and then it spits out comps based on like the last sale date, for example. Is that the type of analysis it does?
So let's take a look at the deal detail. All right. So when the deal gets made, you'll see it pop up like this. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to uh, do an analysis because a deal score here, 75% return on investment, risk score, and confidence level.
Mm-hmm.
This is the summary of it, the summary of what was uh, found.
And
And they'll put it
analyze.
so it's easy to read.
Uh-huh.
All right. But
Okay.
also, it gives you this is what it goes into deeper, right? So this is tied into and this is all attached every time you hit deal analysis, the AI analysis happens. You have that same executive summary. You see
Okay.
here 460, the single family residence, stable market trend, low risk level. The market value is X,
Uh-huh.
and located in a neighborhood with good amenities and accessibility. All right, that's good.
Uh-huh.
Uh, it pulls in pricing strategy for you,
Uh-huh.
and it pulls any information that it can find and bring it into here. Now, this is a uh, a test property, so it's not going to have live information in here, but it looks for comps uh, here that are listed here, but also it gives you location score, crime, school, and growth potential for that area.
Okay.
The risk assessment goes over the environmental risk, market, title, and other risk factors. And it even goes as far as scoring the neighborhood that it's in and getting a sentiment score.
Okay.
These are all
Okay.
of the fields that come in here that it's
Uh,
checking for.
okay. Question for you. Is this is for land, right? We're looking at a land analysis.
Oh, I'll go ahead and tell you the good news.
Oh,
This is for land, but we also have the same system for houses. We're
okay.
focusing on land right now because we wanted to make sure we have our program down and that we have a good science behind what we're doing to know that we're doing a good job.
Okay.
Right? So right now we're focused in on land, but yes, we do have a platform for houses.
Okay. Hmm. Interesting. That's
The
that's a good thing.
Oh, yes, definitely. So when we do a referral to a brokerage, this information goes with it as well. So they know we've done some legwork prior to them getting it. And this is why it's so valuable to the broker, is because this information is included with it.
Oh my God. You know what? I could get you in with my broker. I'm with LPT Realty, and I really like them because they provide a lot of technology for us. Actually, LPT stands for Listing Presentation Technology.
Mhm.
So LPT is a broker that really emphasizes listings. Most of the agents that are with LPT, we do mainly listings. Although, like I said, we don't turn any business away. We will also help buyers, but they provide us with a lot of technology. And actually, one of the things that I said, like I told you, they pay for is the CRM Lofty. And Lofty has a lot of AI technology built into it. But what
Hmm.
I'm but what I'm seeing here is better than that, because Lofty does not do any analysis on uh, the uh, the properties.
Hmm.
What I'm seeing, I do all that analysis myself, and let me tell you, I've gotten really good at doing CMAs. Uh,
Okay.
and because some agents are very lazy.
Yes.
All they do is go into the MLS. They'll just see all the solds in the last 6 months, and they say, hey, your property is we should price your property based on this. But there's so much more that goes into deciding what a fair market value to a property is, not just the solds. When I do a CMA, I look at who are you currently competing against. I look
Hmm.
at the pendings, because pendings tell you, they're an indicator of what buyers want,
Hmm.
and then and they're also an indicator in what direction the market is going in. And then you
Hmm.
look at gold, and then you look at location, you look at amenities. All that is important, especially for houses.
Oh,
So
yes, that agreed.
that's all. I take all of that. So when I come up with a price range for my sellers, I'm pretty confident that the home will sell at that price range. And I'll tell you one thing: I've had to turn away business when I feel I'm working with a seller that isn't reasonable. Like,
Yes.
everybody thinks their home is worth $10 million.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
if I know that you're only going to get 300K for your house, and you want to list it at 400K, I'm wasting my time. And I'm very upfront with them about that. I've gotten better at this over the years.
Yes,
Uh,
sir. Yes.
I don't want to waste my time. If I take your listing, Phil, it's because your house is going to sell. You
As
know,
a potential broker or recipient of a lead that is set up like this, where you have this information,
mhm.
uh, with how do you think that would help you as a agent slash broker, and how valuable is that to you?
Well, yeah, it's valuable. I mean, if the data matches up to what the way I do CMAs, because like I said, I'm very methodical and I follow a certain protocol when I do a CMA. If what the AI is bringing back, if it's equal or better to my conclusion or my estimate, then heck yeah.
All right. Uh, so we have all of this information being brought in. For brevity, all of these tabs are self-explanatory. We show the activity that's happening with the deal, associated documents, AI analysis, financials, disposition. Here's something special here. So here we have the deal contacts, which makes sense, right? You just have a contact, right?
Yes.
But what you can do is if I know that this area, this is an infill lot, I can come here to find builders. And when I attempt to find a builder in the area, I just click on this and it's going to attempt to find builders in my area that fit this type of house or this type of piece of land.
Okay.
And it only pulls up the top layer. It doesn't give you everyone because there may be a lot of people in there, but you'll see what the builder was ranked at and your contact information, and you can add them to the deal.
Okay.
And they could be a potential buyer for you.
Okay.
If I need to
Wow.
find a local contact, and this is part of the disposition phase, I just click on find local contacts, and the contacts that it will find are people that are associated to all of these parts in your deal, right?
Okay.
So it's going to look through and say, okay, let me get all the contacts that can help you out with this deal. And it's finding this now. This is all live information. This is all it looks every time. So if something changes between now and tomorrow, it will change with it. All right.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. 16 contacts found. So for the title companies, we have this tally.
Mhm.
I use them. Uh, and I can add them to the deal. Escrow officers, and if we want, we can go down to finding a surveyor.
Okay.
All of this information comes with it, and it's found. You see what I mean?
Yes.
If you change the deal type, so say if going from an assignment to a double close, or how you want to do the disposition, it
Mhm.
will change the information that's collected on that particular deal. It won't let you it won't let you mess up. It'll change the contacts that you need on there as well.
I like that. I like what you just said. It won't let you mess up. So it has like filtered um protections, I guess if you want to call it, or analysis so that if you miss something, it says, "Hey, you need to talk to this person." Or, "Hey,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
that's amazing."
Oh, and,
Reduce
and
reduces the possibility of a lawsuit, because everybody's
greatly.
everybody's litigation happy.
Well, very, very much so. As you can see here, we go and you can collect all of this data and put it in here. And now here's the thing. It just doesn't collect the data. It analyzes it and updates everything associated to it. So
Mhm.
if the price changes, and we need to look at how we're going to dispose of the land. So say, let's go through here, county, Paulding. So I don't know the APN. And let's go ahead and run an analysis on this. Okay, so here, not recommended, insufficient data. So
Mhm.
confidence is 45 out of 100. The AI is telling you it's thinking it's a no-go. All right.
Okay.
Uh, it'll tell you the strategy, the best strategy for this particular type of deal. Right.
Okay.
It will tell you, okay, well, this is all the strategies if you want to go with it. If you wanted to do a seller finance, you can do that.
Mhm.
If you wanted to do an assignment or a wholesale, it will modify the deal for however you choose to move forward. All right.
Okay.
If I say owner financing analysis, if I go to owner finance, I put the information in from the deal, and now you have a full metric on the amortization schedule, returns, deal structure, profit analysis, and all of this on monthly payments. So if the owner wanted to, the buyer wanted to stay within a certain payment range, you'd be able to answer that on the fly.
Okay.
How is that? What do you think about that feature?
I think that's amazing because if it does this in real time where you can actually put these numbers and it gives you a quick analysis back, then you're able to answer these questions for your client. And I think this is a great feature. I think it adds value to not only the data but the presentation and probably strengthens the relationship that you have with your client because you come across as the expert. You always
Yes.
want you always want to come across as you know more than them because the minute they think that you're an idiot, you've lost them.
Yes, yes, very much so. Uh, and so this is why we have it here. It's again another tool for you that we think is beneficial but not overly crowding.
Yeah,
Right? Let's see. So we have this, you have deals. So say you have, multiple deals going on because if everyone's warm, you might have a lot of deals happening. And
yeah,
so we treat this like a deal management system. So I can come in and look at our deals and
uh-huh,
understand where the deal flow is. Where is it at in the disposition pipeline? And I can get analytics from it as well. All the deals that I'm working on. All
yeah.
right. Uh, this is super cool, but we can follow the purpose of this is so that we can completely follow all the transactions that are occurring. Nothing slips through the cracks.
Okay.
Wow. So after all of this is I think the core parts of it. There are some additional features in here where it has a CRM function, of course, but it also has I can find people. So if their person is not in my area, so say I need to find, I don't know, let's see, I want to find an escrow officer and oh, it says Pensacola. Let's go to Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
I can come here, find providers, and it will search live data sources to find, okay, clear title. So apparently this title company has been registered as a title company that is working or would deal with a property in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
But I can do that for any of these contacts. So that's why I told you it's a CRM, but it's also enhanced.
Okay.
If I need to find a general contractor in, I don't know, how you spell it? Boise, Idaho, right? Well, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Even if it's not spelled right, let's see what happens. All right, let's see. Because it's supposed to take all of this information and it could figure out. If it's a good AI, it'll try to figure it out. I know what he's trying to say. Okay, here we go. So now we have general contractors in Boise, Idaho.
Okay.
And I can quickly add them just by clicking on quick add and you have all of their information. You have, if you wanted to visit their website, you can go there. Telephone number, all of this stuff is brought in. And if they change it tomorrow, guess what? It changes with it.
I see. Okay.
Let's see. So I think that's what adds to the whole enhanced CRM when I say that.
Okay.
All of this, and I'll wrap up with this, is inclusive of here. The primary thing that we do is we help people like you, like people, investors, brokers, agents that are in
Yeah.
that same position, and we solve those problems by providing everything here in a simple solution.
So are you saying that this actually helps with the lead generation, or does it actually take the place of lead generation?
It fully takes the place of lead generation.
Really?
We generate the leads for you. All
Really?
you have to do is, if you are a team leader, you would assign the member the lead.
Uh-huh.
And if you're the lead, when you get assigned lead, it will come in here and you'll see the status already.
Mhm.
But the cool thing is, by the time you see it, it's either going to be hot or warm. It's not going to be cold.
Okay. Okay.
Hot means there's an active offer, and warm means that they want to offer, but there may be a couple more steps before we get nailed down a final offer.
Okay.
If the
So,
A, Hmm? Sorry.
no, go ahead. No, no, I didn't mean to interrupt. I think what you were going to say is important, so go ahead.
If the AI has a question and it needs to escalate it, but it sees that it's a potential warm or hot offer, it will escalate it to us. And when it gets sent to us, your team leader will review it, of course, and try to find the answer out, fill it in, and then can give it to you. But there's filters of people that work with you as a team to identify it, identify any problems, but also we take you through the disposition phase with a dedicated disposition officer internal to us and a
Mhm.
disposition company we work with for commercial or higher end deals.
Okay.
Right? So
So you also
from
do commercial, you also do land for commercial?
we see actually we've been getting interest from commercial people in what we do, and they see the benefit in it. So we are able to handle commercial business as well.
That is amazing. And I can definitely see the value in that as well, because I mean, I'll tell you, I've got connections to some people that have done very well in real estate. And I have a cousin who's a land developer.
Mm.
And between you and me, he's kind of an asshole because he's really rich. But I can see how this might be a tool that he could use. Um, yeah, I mean, and honestly, right now I'm working with a another individual who owns quite a bit of land parcels in El Paso, because I'm in El Paso, Texas.
Okay, I'll pass.
Uh,
All right, I had a friend from there.
yeah, so I have a client right now that I'm working with, so I'm starting to get a little bit more into land.
Hmm.
My friend who gave me his land parcel to, to lease, which I did. I successfully helped him find a tenant.
Hmm.
Um, oh, I've got a friend who he owns all this land in El Paso, all these different parcels, and he needs someone to rent them out for him. So I'm starting to work with him.
Mm.
Uh, and it's been kind of hard because he needs to get a survey. One thing that I've learned is whenever you're going to lease land or when you're going to sell land, a lot of times you need a survey
Yes,
because
yes,
potential tenants aren't going to lease from you just because they think you're a nice person. Like, what are the dimensions of this? It in?
hmm
Where does it begin? What features does it have? What benefits
yes.
will it have in it? So this would really help me out with this one particular client that I have.
This
Um,
is this is why we built it.
I
Yeah,
have,
this is.
well, I have this one client owns like four parcels of land. Two of them are 15 acres each. And then
Mm.
he has another parcel that's 1 acre, but he doesn't want to sell them. He wants to lease them. Anyway, so yeah, this
Definitely, this can be fitted to doing that, and it. I think it's the perfect opportunity. Uh, it serves enough. It doesn't serve too much, but it allows you to do business easier end to end, from acquisition to disposition. We assist with the whole flow.
Okay, so can I give you some background on this client that I'm working with? Just a little.
Sure. Well, let's I'll end the recording
Oh,
uh prior to that because I don't want to keep that in the recording.
oh, okay.
Uh let me do this. This is this is the opportunity.
Okay.
We're building our team, and the teams we keep relatively small.
Okay.
Uh, and you get the training, and you're getting the system.
Mhm.
And once you get the training, you get the leads.
Okay.
Because this is we're a startup, we're new into opening ourselves up to the general public.
Mhm.
I am onboarding team members at no cost, and there's no monthly fee or anything like that.
Okay.
If we are after once we get into a certain, I guess, status of completion on jobs,
Yeah.
what's going to happen is the team members, and I'm still working on pricing on this, but the team members will pay a fee
Uh-huh.
of $200 a month.
Okay.
And the reasoning behind that is one, we're interviewing the people that we're working with so that, and the reason why it's so important is because of, and I think we talked about this before, uh, here in here, the compensation structure, right?
Okay.
So as the deal maker, we give you a lead. All you got to do is just close on it.
Okay.
Uh, you get 30% of the net for that deal.
Okay.
If we can get this, and again, the whole team can get this closed before 30 days, you get an additional bonus of the 5%. It was a fast close bonus.
Okay.
And while you're on the team, you're at least going to get one. You're going to, after your training, especially, you'll get the offer. And so you'll
Okay.
get the disposition. So right now, I have it at $200 a month to access the training, the tools, the deal eligibility. This wouldn't apply to you, and you wouldn't pay this until you are fully in. I got a deal under your belt.
Oh,
I'm making you some money.
no, that is amazing. You know what? I think I've learned enough to know that I'm quite interested and I would like to onboard. In fact, if I can help you promote this, I want to be more than just a team leader. Let me help you promote this. Let me help you sell this.
Thank you. No, that's very much appreciated. And we are strategizing right now on how to roll this out. But right now, I'm doing, think about, okay, oh, I almost forgot to, okay, I completely skipped it. I shouldn't have skipped this. All right, so you get the 30% as a deal maker, right? And the 5% for a fast close bonus, right?
Yeah.
But here's where the team comes into play, right?
Okay.
There is, out of everyone and all the deals that are being produced by the team, by the company as a whole,
Yes.
we do a profit share of 2%, and that gets paid to you in addition to anything that you have made at the end of the month.
Even if I wasn't part of the transaction.
Even if you weren't part of the transaction, you're part of the company. We're a family.
Oh God, that's amazing. Profit sharing. I love that. Oh yes, yes, yes. I want to be part of your team. I'm telling you, let me help you promote this. I want to help you sell this system. It is good. I
Thank
mean,
you.
I haven't used it, but I'm sure that once I get in and I start using it, I know I'm not going to be disappointed. And I know that I can help you promote this. Now, if you want to stop the recording, because I want to give you information on my clients and I want to see how this fits into this deal that I'm trying to broker.
Sounds good. One last thing. I'm going to add this in just because of the video. And we didn't cover it, but I wanted to.
Yeah,
This little guy down here,
that's Joe, isn't it?
this this is actually this is Phil. This is my AI that's
Uh-huh.
attached to all of the information in the system. So if
Okay.
you ever having a question about where to navigate, a deal that you're working on, a calendar, something that's coming up, closes that are coming up, ask Phil. Phil will know your data.
You know what? One of the things that I do like about Joe's program is his AI, is AI Joe. I talk to that damn thing a lot more than I should, I think. Sometimes my husband says, you enjoy talking to that AI more than you do talking to me, don't you?
No, it's a good idea. And with this being attached to all of your data,
Yeah,
if it'll know, it'll be intimately familiar with the deals that you're working on.
yeah, okay.
All right. And I just wanted to add that in. That's just another caveat on there. And you
Okay.
have one also right here in your dashboard in the top, your AI, your personal AI assistant.
Okay. Awesome. And I like that. You know what? I really like that you have it right there front and center. That's a good thing because if I have a question, there's the AI. I can ask it right away.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
Joe has his kind of hidden. You have to go into the access your courses, and then
Hmm.
there's the modules, and then
Yeah.
he should honestly, I think he should have it front and center like you have it.
That's one of the reasons why we make it easier to, you just come here to your name and you come down to your training and help,
Mhm.
and all of your training's on here. So if
Okay.
you need to look at here, introduction to land flipping, finding land deals, making offers, negotiating.
Okay.
Uh, as a matter of fact, these right here are from, this is Joe speaking on this.
Joe. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
talked to him. I said, "Hey, you mind if I put some of your videos you have on YouTube on here?" Boom. It's all organized for you.
okay.
So,
I'm thinking that, it looks like you're going in the right direction. I'm pretty sure since you said Joe's keeping an eye on you, he's gonna want some sort of partnership deal with you when he figures out that you've got a better system than when he has.
well, hey, who knows? I think that is, I personally, in the looking forward into the future, that's one of the things we're doing. We are talking to the Joes. We're talking to the land gurus. We're talking to the people that are training this. We partner with them,
Mhm.
and so we are looking forward to partnering with them in doing, opportunities like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've got some contacts. I have a cousin who's extremely wealthy. He owns it, and more power to him. He's worked very hard to get to where he is. What I don't like about him is he's very secretive about how he's gotten there because he knows I'm an agent, and I've never really wanted to join his real estate company because
Mhm.
I don't know, it just family issues and nothing needs to be.
No,
But
completely understand.
he gives me little tidbits. Like I'll go to his office and I say, "Hey, I've got this deal. Well, why don't you talk to your broker?" And I said, "Come on, Lalo, just answer these questions. I'll be out of your hair." So he'll give me little tidbits of information, but he never really tells me the full-on formula. And
Hmm.
I think he's just being greedy. I mean, you don't have enough millions of dollars. You're trying to become a billionaire. Like your 100 million isn't enough. Like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? It's just like, when is it ever enough?
Yes, completely agreed.
You know?
So let's do this. If oh, did I almost okay? I know I'm missing something. I want to give you some info, and that's what I wanted to ask. One last question before we end the recording.
Yeah.
Do you think if you had something like this, a system like this, a way of learning like this, and organizing what you're doing,
Yeah.
do you think it would enhance what you're training on with people like Joe if they had something like this to supplement what they're working on or what they're teaching you?
Definitely, that's an affirmative. And the reason why is, I mean, Joe's modules are structured in such a way so it kind of like builds on module one, module two builds on module one, module three builds on module two, etc. And he kind of has it organized so. I think he could improve on that, but I think that the way you're doing it, because the AI is leading you, it streamlined everything. I don't know how much I can emphasize that streamlining of the steps of the procedure, of the process, the protocol that you need to take to be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Because it's supposed to, it is simple, but at the same time, it's complicated because land analysis is complicated. There's so many factors that you take into consideration.
Yes.
And having this tool here helping you with that is a definite supplement, complement, or even a standalone product that I think
Okay.
is very valuable. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate your time to talk with me and even allowing me to record this. And again, I really do thank you. I can't be any more appreciative. We would love to have you as part of the team and start walking you through the process. It's fairly easy to onboard, and we
Uh-huh.
have a whole group on WhatsApp where you can communicate to any and everyone as well.
Okay. What is the name of the group, or do I have to be invited in, or do I have to request to
Oh,
join, or how does Facebook group work?
so this we're going to have a Facebook group, but right now we're just communicating on WhatsApp,
Oh,
so that
oh,
it's
that's
just
even better
communication.
because WhatsApp is one of my favorite apps that I use. Like I use WhatsApp because I have friends that live in Italy. I have friends that live in Mexico. I have family that lives in Mexico. I got
Okay,
friends that live in Canada, so I use WhatsApp a lot.
cool. All right, well that works. And a part of the onboarding process, we'll get you into that group, and again, it's great. I think that this would be an awesome fit, and we would love to have you.
And I would love to be a part of your team. I really want to learn how to use your product, your service to help not only my goals, but I mean, I think I can help sell this. I mean, I don't know if you can tell I'm very enthusiastic about it. I think this is a winner. And I want to be,
Definitely so.
I'm glad that I'm coming in early because wow.
Yes. Yes. Well, okay. I'll go ahead and let's see, we'll stop the let's share. Let's see, let's go ahead and let's see. Da. Pause, stop. Let's see. And I think we can let's see, show recording and stop